Okay, so good evening, everyone. Am I audible, guys?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, all. How are you all?
So fine, sir.
All right, that's great. Okay, sorry for the lateness. Let's begin today's class. Okay, so let's see what we have discussed in our last class. Why it is not working? Okay, so we have seen in last class about comments. We have discussed about comments. Okay, so comment we write with hash symbol. Okay, comments are ignorable by the compiler, right? And the second thing we have discussed, okay, so this is what single line comments you can write like this, and multi-line comments you can write like this, right? We have discussed about indent. Indent means space at the beginning of line. Okay, why do we use indent? Indents are used to create what? Block. Okay, indents are used to create the block. But what is block? We will discuss in upcoming lectures. Okay, we have discussed about three important things about program. So in a program there should be three things. One is input, process, and output, right? And then what we have discussed about list, how to create empty list. So those many things we have discussed, and we ended our lecture with dictionary, right? So today, in today's class, what we are going to see, we will discuss about some we'll discuss about inbuilt function of these data types. Okay, so when we talk about list, okay, list, okay, so let's, what is the syntax of list? The syntax means the signature of the list, right? So how to create the list, that will be the syntax. So syntax of the list is, so what we do, we write the list name, okay, and then what we write, we write value 1 comma value 2 comma value 3, okay, like that we write example of it. Example, okay, let's suppose example is what? Numbers list. There is a list of numbers, so 10, 20, 30. So this is an example of list. Okay, what are the inbuilt function we can use? Inbuilt functions, or we can say method of list, right? So these are the important methods. First one is append. Okay, next one is what? Next method is insert, and another method is, we can say, extend, right? So when we talk about methods, so methods always end with parenthesis. Okay, so how you will recognize whether it is a method or not? So it ends with parenthesis. Okay, and another method is, we can say, a remove method is there. Okay, so like, see everyone, please listen this class very uh, focusedly, because these are the questions will be asked to you in the interview, है ना? So these question can be asked by the interviewers. Okay, so in this classes only we are working on interview preparation. Okay, so I am teaching in this way so that you are already, you means by learning the Python you will be prepared for the interview as well. Okay,
तो
so
सर
yes, yes.
सर मैं बोल रहा हूँ लिस्ट का कोई मॉड्यूल अलग से मॉड्यूल नहीं है यहाँ पे लिस्ट खत्म हो गया ना बाद में डेटा टाइप के बाद लिस्ट दोबारा होगा जब लिस्ट का मॉड्यूल से चालू होगा
No, 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 it's not like that. We already discussed about collection data types now. So in collection data types, I'm telling you the inbuilt function in collection data types. Okay, when we will discuss about slicing, then we will again touch the list topic and string topic as well. But right now, I'm telling you the inbuilt function. What are the inbuilt function we can use with list data types?
ओके सर ओके
Um, One is clear, and another is index, right? Another uh, inbuilt method is count, and I will tell you how to use these methods, right? And another method is sort method. Okay, why it is happening? Okay, anyway, next method is count. We have written, and there is one method which is reverse, right? And there is another method which is, we can say, length method. There is another method. Okay, okay, so these are the 12 methods, and let's discuss one by one about each method. Okay, so the first the first method, what is the first method is append. Okay, so let's discuss about append method. So what appends do, it adds one element at a time at the end of the list, right? What is the syntax of it? So the syntax of this method is, what you will do, you will write list then dot, and you will write append. Okay, and here you will write value. For example is like list dot, or we can say uh, numbers dot append and 10. Okay, so in order to get more clarity in it, let's open the notebook. Okay, so how to open the notebook? We will write collab dot new. Okay, if you will write collab dot new, it will open new notebook for you. But make sure your ID should be there, means you should be registered user here. Then in a single click you can open. Okay, so if you want to write the text, you can write the text, and if you want to shift this block on top, you can do that also. Okay, so create list. Okay, create list. Okay, so how to create the list? In order to create the list, what we need to do, we will write list name. Okay, so list name, let's suppose numbers. Okay, and I want to create the empty list. So how can I create? I can use this. Okay, and one more thing, I can use this also. Okay, what it will do? Create empty list. This will also create. Please go on mute, guys. Thank you. Okay, so this is how these are the two ways to create empty list. If Okay, so how you will check whether it is empty or not? So let's suppose I am writing here, this is number one and this is number two list, right? So if you will write here print number one, and you will write print number two, right? And if you will execute it, okay, this is the empty list, right? So now what I want to do, I want to add the element into the empty list. Okay, so adding element in empty list. Okay, so which list we will use? We will use number one. Okay, number one. So number one dot, what we will write? Append. Okay, so can I write 10? Okay, and if I will write here print, if I will print number one, what will happen? It will print. Okay, what is it? Is printing 10, means this 10 added into the list. Okay, so can I write number one dot append 20 comma 30? What it will print now? Error. Okay, right? Why it is error? Why it will print error? See,
Append add only one element at a
yes,
time.
because append add only one element at a time, takes exactly one argument. Two given argument means the value which you are passing here. 10 is a argument, 20 is a argument, 30 is a argument. Understanding, guys? So this is what error. So I'm just commenting it so that you can get to know what is error. So at a time one value you can add. So if you will run it, so now it is not giving any error. Okay, why 10 10 is coming? Because we have executed multiple times, so multiple time 10 added, right? Okay, after that there is one more method. Okay, if you want to add multiple elements at once, or if you want to insert an element at a specific location, let's talk about appending multiple elements. So second is what? Extend. Okay, so what extend will do? Adds multiple elements in the list, right? So what is the syntax? So the syntax is list dot extends, and here we write uh, list. Okay, or we can say numbers. right? So that numbers like, okay, I'll tell you this, or more specifically, we can write here iterable. We can write here iterable. Iterable means, for example, you are giving one list into it, that is known as iterable. Don't be confused with iterable. Let me write example so that you can understand more. So example is what? Let's suppose list, I'm writing list dot extend. Okay, so iterable means if you are adding another list. Okay, let's suppose I have to add more numbers, collection of numbers here. So iterables are what? Collection. And collection are what? Collection are what? List. We can say list is a collection data type, tuple is a collection data type, right? So like that. So for example, I want to add multiple numbers. So what I will do, I will write here one more list, and I will say 10, 20, 30, and 40. So this is what? Iterable. This is what? Iterable. Let's try to understand it. Okay, so here I am creating one list. Let's suppose L1 I am creating. So this is what? Empty list. If I will print here L1, what I will get? I will get nothing. Only brackets are coming. Now I want to add single value. Okay, or in this block only we can write. Okay, uh, we can say add single value. So in order to add single value, what you will use? You will use append. Okay, so I have appended 10 here. If I will print it, okay, if I will print L1, so it is printing 10 now. Okay, earlier it is empty, now it is printing 10. Okay, so in this cell, if I will print, in this cell, if I will print L1, so what it will print? It will print 10. Okay, so I want to add multiple elements, like adding multiple elements. Okay, like 10, 20, maybe 100, 200, 300. These values together I want to add. Okay, I don't want to write again append multiple time, but I want to write in single way. So what can I do? I can write here L1 dot extend. Okay, and I can pass here 100, 200, and 300. Okay, whatever values you want to add. And if I write here print L1, so you can see, right? So the first value is 10, which earlier added into it, and the remaining value is what? 100, 200, and 300, right? Let's suppose I want to add a value after after 10, after 10, or maybe I just want to access the first value. I just want to access the first value. So how can I access? I can write here print, and what's the list name? What's the list name? L1. Okay, and I will use square brackets, right? I will use square bracket. So if I will write here 0, so it will print what? It will print 10. If I write here print L1, and if I write here 1, so what it will print? 100. Print L1, what it will print? If I write 2, it will print 200, right? Print L1, and if I will print, I will write index 3, so it will print 300, right? So if I will execute it, so you can see here it is printing 10, then 100, then 200, and then 300. So what is this concept? This is the concept of indexing, right? So whenever you are creating the list, okay, so whenever we are creating a list, okay, so this list is creating in the memory. list will be created into the memory. Okay, and in the memory, what when you append the element, blocks created. Okay, so let's suppose the first block is containing 10, second block is containing 20, third block is containing 30, then 40, then 50, right? So here there is an indexing of each block. Okay, so this block index is 1, this block index is 0, this block index is 1, this block index is 2, this block index is 3, this index last block index is 4. When you are going right to, I mean left to right, when you are going left to right direction, so you this will be positive indexing. This will be what? Positive indexing. And indexing will begin with 0, right? And if you will go right to left, this is what? Right side. And from right side to you are going to the left side. Okay, so which indexing it will follow? It will follow negative indexing, right? And negative indexing, we start with -1. So you can see this block is -1, this block is -2, this block is -3, -4, and -5. Okay, so let's suppose I want to access the last elements. Okay, I want to access the last element, and let's suppose this the list name is L1. L1 is pointing out this list. Okay, so if I want to access last element, so how many ways to access this? So what we can do, we can write print, and after that we will write the identifier name is L1. After that we will create the square bracket, and in the square bracket we will mention the block name. Okay, so if you will mention as per the positive indexing, if you will follow the positive indexing, so what you will write? You will write 4 in order to access the last element, right? And if you want to access the last element with negative indexing, what you will do? You can write -1, right? So both will give you the result as what? 50, right? Both will give you the result as 50. Let's suppose I want to access this element then through the positive indexing. Then what I will write? 1. Okay, L1, and only 1 I will write in positive indexing. In negative indexing, what I will write? -4. Here what I will write? In order to access this, 2, or we can say -3. Okay, if you want to access this element, what you will write? 3 or -2. Okay, let's see it practically. Okay, so let me just print L1. Okay, so these are the index of L1. Let's suppose I want to access the last element. Okay, so how can I access the last element? I will write the identifier name, which is L1. Can I write here -1?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so if you will write -1, and if you will execute, it will access what? 300, right? So 300. And if you will, okay, now just so if you will write -2, -2 means this is the -1, this is -2 means 200, this is what? -3 means 100, this is what? -4 means 10. Okay, this is what? Accessing element through the negative indexing. accessing elements through, or we can say using negative index. Okay, so if you will print, if you will execute this cell, so like that you will get the result. Next is, let's suppose in between I want to insert some element, right? So this is our L1, and in between I want to insert an element. Okay, so how can I insert? So there is a one more function we have. Okay, so what's the function name? The function name is insert. Right, so what insert to do? Insert inserts an element at a specific, or we can say specified index. Okay, are you understanding what is the mean of index? Index means the location of this block, right? So this 0, this 1, 2, 3, 4, these are known as index, and this is what positive indexing, and this -1, -2, -3, these are what index, but these are negative indexing, right? Okay, so what is the syntax? So syntax you can write list dot insert. Okay, and here you need to mention two things. One is index and one is value, which value you want to insert. Okay, so let me ask you one question here. Let's suppose we have a list, and in this list we have values like 10, 20, 30 and 40. Alright, and this is the index 0. Index is what? 0, 1, 2 and 3. Right, after 10, right, after 10 I want to insert 15. Okay, what value I want to insert? I want to insert 15. Where I want to insert? After 10. After 10, 20 should not be there, 15 should insert. So what will be the syntax?
Index will be 1 and value will be 15.
So index will be 1, because here at this position, what is the name of this block? This
1.
this block indexing is what? 1. Okay, so
One.
what we will write here? We will write 1, and now it will ask you which value you want to insert. So this is the value I want to insert, 15, right? So this is what I want. So how
It
I will
means
write?
and
Yes,
another element's position will be changed. Na?
yes, yes, list will extend. Okay, means here, okay, the let's see, okay, just wait. So when you will insert an element into it, what will happen? It will, what it will do? It will extend the, it will make the space for that element. Means what I'm trying to say here, this is 10, 10 will be 10, there will be one block, there will be another block for 20, there is another block for 30, there is another block is 40. Okay, and what is the indexing? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is occupied for the new value. What is the new value? 15.
15.
15 will come here, right? And what is the index? at first index. Okay, at one index what we inserted 15, and the remaining elements index has changed. Okay, so list dot insert, and let's suppose index is 1, value is what, 50. I mean value is what, 15 is. Okay, so what will happen, it will insert value here. Let's see here. So after 10 I want to insert 50. So what I will write, I will write L dot insert position is, this is the zeroth position. Okay, after 0 one position, at this position instead of 100, I mean 100 will not replace, but uh, it will make space for another element. So at one position I want to insert what, 50. So if I will execute it, so you can see at the location 1, 15 inserted. Okay, so this is how insert function work, right? So how many methods we have done, how many uh, functions we have done in list. So we have seen append. Okay, what it do, at a time one element. Next we have seen, which is extends. Okay, extend or extends.
Extend.
Extend, right? So what it do, at a time add
Multiple.
multiple elements, right? Next we have seen
Insert.
insert. Insert element at given index, right? Okay.
So can we use multiple elements using the elements at a time? Index, sorry.
Okay, in the insert you want to add multiple elements.
Yes.
Okay, but the syntax of this is what, index and value. Let's see whether it is allowing us to add multiple values. Okay, so for example L1, if I write here insert, okay, so at which position, let's suppose
0.
position, zeroth position, index is 0, I want to insert 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, like that. Okay, so here what I write, right, I have written here value, but we are writing here values. But anyway, let's see whether it is adding or not. So what it is saying, insert
5
expected, two argument got 5. Two arguments are what, one is index, second is value,
value.
right? Okay, so anyway, it's a good question actually. Okay, so these are the things we have to keep trying, right? Because interviewer can ask you anything. It may be correct, it may be incorrect, but you have to validate with your knowledge the thing is correctly said or not. Okay, next function we have to see in, which is remove. Okay, remove. So what remove will do, removes specified element from the list. Okay, specified elements, not all the elements, but a specified element. Okay, so what is the syntax? Syntax is, we will write the list name, after that we will write remove, after that we will write the value, whatever value you want to remove, that you can mention. Example of it, we can say list dot remove, okay, and remove the value, not index. Here what we will write, value, whatever value we want to remove, so we will write that. Okay, so you can see here we have our print L1. Okay, so L1 is containing these many values, right? So I want to remove, what I want to remove, I want to remove L1 dot remove what, 15, 1 5 15, right? And I will print it. So can you see 15 has removed, right?
Yes.
So like that it can remove. Okay, just give me a minute guys, let me connect my laptop with charger. Okay, so let's see the next method. These all are the methods applicable on list. Okay, you cannot use these methods on dictionary. I'm telling you all the methods related to what, related to list. Okay, so the topic name is list methods. Okay, next method is, we can say, pop. Okay, so what pop do, removes and return an element using index. Okay, if index is not specified or index is not given, if index is not mentioned in pop function, in pop method, it will remove the last element. What is the syntax? So the syntax is, we can say list dot pop, right? So what it will do, remove the last element, right? List dot pop. Okay, so this is the, this is the syntax 1 and this is the syntax 2. Syntax 2 is what?
Using the index.
Yes, using index. So here you can mention the index, right?
And then value.
No,
Value
no,
also
here we don't need to mention the value. It will remove
based on index. Okay.
based on index. Yes, based on index it will remove. Okay, so example is what, list dot pop. Okay, and index is 0, 0 index, removes from 0 index. Okay, let's see here. So you can see here is our list, right? If you will write remove, so remove required value. It does not required your index, but it required values, right? So what I will do, I will write here pop. Okay, so if I will print here L1, so can you please tell me which element it will remove?
300.
300 means last element. It will remove the last element. You can see here it has removed last element. Okay, so if I want to remove the first element, how can I do?
List.pop using the index 0.
So the index of the first value is 0.
0.
Okay, so 10 removed, but if you will print this, okay, what it will remove? 10. And if you will print the L1, okay, what it is printing? What left? Okay, why it is printing only 200?
So,
Okay, okay, I have executed this two times. I have executed it two times. Okay, anyway, let's create a list two. Okay, let's create the list two so that we should not have any confusion. Okay, so this is the list two, and I have written here L2 to print this list, right? I just want to remove the last element, right? So what can I do? I can write here L2 dot pop. Okay, so if you will write L2 dot pop, it will remove the last element, which is 40. Okay, and if you will print L2, so you can see here it has removed 40. Okay, so if I will remove the first element, which is nothing but 10, so what I will do, L2 dot pop. Pop means removing the elements. Okay, and index is 0, so which element it will remove? 10. If you will print L2, okay, so you can see 10 is not there, 10 also removed. Are you guys understanding? Sangeeta, Bhavani,
yes, sir.
Swasti, Sobik, Aisha, are you guys listening?
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes, yes.
All
Yes,
right,
yes.
that's great. Don't sleep. Okay, all right. Next, there is one more thing. There is one more method, which is clear method. Okay, there is a one more method, clear method. Methods are used to perform operations, right? Methods are used for performing operation on data type, or like specific operations it can perform on data type. Right, definition is what? Clear definition is removes all elements from the list at once. Syntax is syntax of it, we can write here list dot clear. Okay, and example of it, so example is same as a syntax. So for example, there is a list 1. Okay, and list 1 is what? 10, 20, 30. And if you will write here list 1 dot clear. Okay, and if you will print list 1, what will happen? The output will be empty list. because it will clear the content from the list. See it. Okay, so for example, there is a let's suppose print L1. So it is having one element which is 200. So before this, before printing L1, if I write clear L1 dot clear, okay, if I write L1 dot clear, so if I will execute it, so you can see now it is empty. Similarly, let's print list2 L2. This list one we have already created earlier, right? So do not confuse like from where it is coming. Earlier we have created this L1. Okay, so that I am taking. So if you will print L2, so you can see in L2 there are two elements. Can I remove, can I clear this L2? So L2 dot clear. Okay, no element is there, right? Print numbers. Okay, numbers variable, I guess not there. No worries. Okay, so let's see. I have L1 with 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so these many elements are there. If you will print L1, what it will print? It will print all the elements. Okay, so but if you will write here L1 dot clear, what will happen? It will clear the list. It will keep empty list. Okay, now there is one more method. Okay, there is an index method. So what's the mean of this index method? It returns the index position of an element right? So we can say syntax. So what is the syntax? List dot index. Okay, so I have to check the value, like for example there are values like 10, 20, 30. Okay, let's suppose we have this list. Ten, 20, 30 and 40, right? I want to know what is the index of this element. What's the index of this element? Right now we can say 0, 1 and 2. So this is the second index. But when the list of lakhs elements, it will be hard to tell the index of that specific element. So what you will do, let's suppose this list name is L1. So you will write L1 dot index, and after that you will mention the element name. So what's the element name? Element name is 30, and it will tell you the index is what? 2. Okay, because this element at which position? Index 2 position, right? Let's see practically. Okay, so example L1 10, 20, 30 comma 40. So L1 dot index, and value is what? Kind, let's suppose 30. Okay, so what will be the index? 2. Why index 2? Because this is 0th index, this is 1, and this is 2, right? 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, and 3 index. That is why the index of the 30th element is 2. So let's create a list. L1 is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if you will print L1, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 is coming. I just want to know the index of L1 dot index of which value? Second value, or maybe this value, which is 4. Okay, so if I will execute this, it will tell me the index. So what is the index? Third index, because 0 index, 1 2, right, and this is a 3. So that is why it is telling third index. Clear this much?
Yes,
Okay.
clear.
After that, there are some
Yes, sir.
more methods. Okay, so there are methods like count. There is a method called sort. There is a method called reverse. Okay, it is start with small letter. Okay, method start with small letter, right? So count, what it will do? It will tell what? It will tell returns the number of times an element appears. Okay, and what it do? Sorts the element, sorts the element, or we can say list, in ascending order, right? There is one more thing. Am I audible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes.
so what reverse will do? It will reverse the order of the list. Reverse order of the list. Okay, okay, let's see how it is working. The first we have to discuss count. Okay, so for example, I am creating one, okay, list 1, right? So if you want to count, so how you can count? Count what? Count means, count means what? If I write here list 1 dot count, okay, and if I mention here 1, so what it is saying? 1, right? If I mention here 1, and here also I mention 1, here also I mention 1, so what it is telling? It is telling 1 appear how many times? 4 times. It is telling the frequency of that number which is repeating more than 1 time. So 1 is repeating how many times? 4 times. 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, So that is why it is telling the occurrence. List 2 is equals to 111 222 333 444. Okay, 7777777 and 9. Okay, so if I write here list 2 dot count 70, what it will print? What it will print?
70 is not available.
It is not available. That's why the frequency of that number is what? 0.
0.
List 2 dot count 1. Okay, so it will tell how many time it is present. So it is present 4 times. Okay, list 3 dot count. I mean list 3 dot, not list 3, but we have list 2. Count what we want to count? 2. So how many time it is? It is also, I guess, 4 times. Okay, so it is also 4 times. Okay, so it is giving the correct order. Okay, but what we need to do, we need to write them in the print function so that they print all the statements. Okay, anyway, let me just comment it. Okay, so like that it is print. Is that clear, guys?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Sir, if I want to know total number of elements,
Total number of elements, you tell me. You tell
We
me
can
what
use
is.
the len function.
Yes, for that we have length function, right? See, when we have these many elements in the list 2, but we don't know how many elements are there, so we can use print length and list 2. So total are 27 elements. Is it 27? Yes, yes, it's 27. Okay, so sort means what sort will do? It will write in ascending order. So let me create the list. List is what? List 3, and let's write random order. Right, so if I will print right now, so it will print these elements. I want to sort it, so how can I sort? I can write here print in the print list 3 dot sort. Okay, or otherwise what you can do, you can write list 3 dot sort, and you can print the list 3. Okay, so it is printing 1 3 10 20 31, like that. It is printing in sorting order. Okay, so before this, if I will print Actually it is sorted earlier. Okay, because we have already executed this, so that is why changed happen. Okay, so it is sorting it. There is one more method which is reverse. So list3 dot reverse. Okay, print list3. So in the reverse order it is printing. Okay, there is one more method which is length, len. So what it do? Returns number of elements in the list. Okay, so number of elements, as we already seen, print length of list3. So how many elements? These many elements, right? So total how many we have seen? Okay, let's try to perform all the methods, but first let's write. We have seen append, we have seen extend, next insert,
Insert.
next
Mm. Next,
Count,
remove,
count, pop,
remove, pop,
clear,
clear,
index,
index,
sort,
sort.
reverse,
reverse.
We have seen reverse,
length.
length. Is there any method is remaining?
Mm.
Okay, so these are what? List inbuilt methods of list, right? So these are what? Inbuilt methods of list. List is a list is
Inbuilt method.
a list is what? What is a list?
Collection of
Collection
elements.
of the data. Collection of the
Collection of the
elements.
values.
Not a proper definition.
Collection of the values.
Not a proper definition. List is a collection data type, right? List is what? Collection data type. Okay. And what are the other collection data types?
Tuple. And one thing.
What are the categories of collection data types? Three categories, right?
Tuple set dictionary.
Yes. So let's discuss about inbuilt methods of tuple methods. Okay. How to create tuples? How to create a tuple? Let's suppose T1. How to create empty tuple? Can I write here tuple?
Parent.
Okay, this is one method to create tuple. Okay, if I will print T1, so this will be empty tuple. Okay, what is another way? T2,
Parenthesis. Empty parenthesis.
empty parenthesis. Will it become tuple? See, if I will check the type of this, print, how to check type? Type. What it is saying? Which class?
Tuple.
tuple class. Print type t2. Which class? Tuple
Tuple.
Tuple.
class, right? And okay, so after that, let's suppose I have to create a tuple which is having some values like 10, 20, 30, 40, right? So this is what tuple, and in tuple we have some inbuilt methods. And what are the inbuilt methods? So we can use count. Second, we can use index. Next, we can use length. Okay. Next, what we can use? We can use max. We can use min. Tuple inbuilt methods. Okay. Min, and is there any other method? Another method which we can say sum, right? So these are the methods. Okay, tuple is what? Tuple is immutable. Immutable means, let's suppose uh, I have created here. Okay, so t1 is equals to 10, 20, 30 and 40, right? If I print t1, so these are the methods. If I will try to add another method into it, let's suppose at the location of 0 I want to add 100. Okay, will it allow me to change? It is not allowing me. What
No,
it is
sir.
saying? Tuple object does not support item assignment. Let's suppose instead of this there is a list. Okay, let's suppose we created list. Let's suppose this is what? roll number roll number list. Okay, and these are the roll numbers. If you will print, it will print the roll numbers. Here I want to change the 0th roll number with 101. Okay, so if I will print the roll number list, what will happen? It is allowing me to change. Can you see the first element has changed with new element which is 101, but it is not possible in case of tuple. Okay, can't change because tuple is immutable. Okay, right? Immutable means what? So let's suppose I am printing what? T1. Okay, and in T1, what is the first method we can apply with tuple, which is count, right? So we can write here print T1 dot count, right? So if I will execute it, okay, so count what? uh, it asks us which value you want to count. Okay, we are not checking the length. Okay, if you will check the length, you can simply write here length. What happened? Tuple object has no attribute length. Okay, okay, I'm using in wrong way. So this is how we count the length. Okay, so it is telling the length, but I want to check the frequency of the numbers. Let me just create new tuple in order to get clear explanation. Okay, so let's suppose here is a marks, tuple of marks. So marks is like 88, 33. Okay, then 23, then 33, then 80, then 80, and then 80. Okay, so I want to check the frequency of each value. So how can I check the frequency? I will write the index. Sorry, what I will write? What is the first method? Count
Count.
method, right? So marks dot count. What I want to count? Let's suppose 80. Okay, now just tell me which method we use in the list to check the frequency. Do we use the same method or not?
Same method, sir.
Okay, so it is also having count method. Can I use append method on list? I mean, can I use append method on tuple?
No.
No, because we cannot, tuples not allowed to add elements into it, but we can use count, right? Next, what we can use? Print. We can use index. Okay, so index of what? We can say marks dot index. What's the index of 23? So it will tell you the second index, 0, 1, and 2. So this is the second index. Print marks. So next one we can apply here, length. Okay, length is simple, we have seen also. Length we can apply, which is marks. Okay, I will not execute this. And what is another method? Print dot. We can apply max. Okay, so it will tell the maximum marks. So maximum marks is 88, right? Another we can apply print. Another one is min. Okay,
Minimum.
so it will tell the minimum marks. Minimum marks is 23, right? Next is what? Print sum. Sum of what?
Marks.
Sum of marks. Marks is what? Marks is a tuple. So addition is what? 417, right? So these are the methods we can use on tuple.
So can we use clear?
Clear. Let's try to
Yes.
use. Okay, so marks dot clear. This belongs to the list method, so it will not clear, because when you are clear, it means you are changing. So changes are not acceptable in this data type. When you are doing sum, you are not changing. When you are checking minimum, you are not changing. When you are checking maximum, you are not changing. Length, you are not changing, right? Index here also you are not changing. Count, you are not changing anything. But when you will try to change something, it will give you error, right? So whatever the methods can perform any change, it will not accept it, right? So this is the thing. There is one more data type, which is range data type. Okay, so there is one more data type called range data type. Okay, So this range data type, what it do? Okay, let me write here. So range is an immutable data type. Okay, so range is an immutable data type used to generate a sequence of numbers. Okay, it is mostly used with loops. Okay, so but this is also a data type. What is the syntax of it? Syntax of this data type is you will write range, and after range you will write start, you will write stop, you will write step. Right? What is the example? Example is range. Okay, range equals to what? Starting with 1, ending with 11. Step is what? 1. Okay, so what it do basically? So when we talk about start, when we talk about start, so starting, we can say starting number. Okay, starting number by default, if suppose someone not given the start value, so the starting number by default will be 0. It will consider 0. Next is stop. Stop means ending number. Okay, ending number, it does not accept. So if I'm writing here 11, so it will consider before 11. So what's the number before 11? 10. So it will include 10, but it will exclude the last number. Okay, excluded. And I will tell you with examples for more clarity. Step means difference between numbers. Okay, by default it takes what? Single step. Default equals to 1. Okay, what I'm trying to say here, let's suppose, okay, there is a person. Okay, so this person want to go to home, right? So there is a data type which is range. Okay, so this range data type will generate the step for it. Okay, so let's suppose it required how many steps? 10 steps. Okay, so from here to here, if that person want to go, required how many steps? 10 step. 10 step. Okay, so what you, and it will start with, it is starting at which point? It is starting at 0 point. Okay, and it want to reach here. Okay, last step, the step of home is what? 10 steps. His home on 10 steps. So what you will say? Start, you will say start is 0, right? And end is what? Stop point is what? Okay, this is not step, this is stop. Okay, it will be stop after 10. So how many steps are he need to go? From 0. Okay, 0 step, then 1 step. Okay, then 2 step, 3 step. Okay, 4, like that. So as I said, if you will write here 10, So it will go up to 9 step, right? If you will write here stop value is what, 11, so it will go up to 10 step. It exclude the last value. What I said, ending number excluded, and the stop value is what, 11, so it will go up to 10. Stop value is 20, then it will go up to 19, right? So we want to run it how many steps, 10 steps. So what I will do, I will write value as 11, and how many steps it will take at a time. So 0, after 0 1 step. Okay, so this is what, plus 1, then another step, so this is also a plus 1, then another step, this is also 2 plus 1. Okay, so we are saying at a time it will take one step. Okay, and here we are collecting, uh, let's suppose r. So but how it works actually, let's see. So range data type means, for example, I am writing here range. Okay, so in range, if I write here 0, if I write here 11, if I write here 1. Okay, so let me write here r. Okay, so if you will print here r, what will happen, you will see something like this. You are seeing like this. So what I will do, I need to use the list method here. Okay, so if you will use list method, so it will print in the form of list. Okay, this is the thing you have to use. I'll explain this in upcoming classes, because right now it is not good time to explain this, but you can assume when we are creating the range, when we are creating the steps through the range, we can use this list. Okay, so how many steps it has generated? 10 steps, because I have given the stop value is 11, right? So one more thing. Okay, so I'm writing here r1, range is what, range is what, 4. Can you please tell me how many steps will it print? How many steps will it print? Will it print error or not? Tell me.
Error, sir.
Is that error? Okay, see here. Let's come back here. What I said, starting number. Okay, it takes what,
0.
starting number. When starting number missing, default is 0.
Okay.
So it is not error. It is clear what? This is not error.
3.
So start is what? Start is 0.
0.
Okay. What about stop?
3.
Stop is 3. Why? Because last number, when you are giving this 4, so this is what you are giving, the last number, means stop value. When single value is there, that is what a stop value. So it will not include 4, it will include 3 just before that stop value, right? And what is the step value? When is difference between numbers. Okay, so step value means difference between numbers. So by default it is what, 1. So if default value not mentioned, so default step will be 1. Okay, so what values it will generate, what values it will generate?
0, 1, 2, 3.
It will generate 0, 1, 2 and 3, right? So let's execute it. 0, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, let's just tell me about another example. Okay, so for example, R3 is equals to, if I'm writing range, and here I'm giving 1 and 7. Tell me. Now you just tell me what is step, what is stop, what is step. I mean, what is start. Tell me here.
Start will be 1. Stop will be
Z.
7. And
Stop
step
is
will be
Start 0.
start.
no
Sorry,
start will
1
be
1.
Okay, start
1.
is 1.
Stop
Stop.
is 7.
Stop is 7.
And step is by default 1.
By default 1. Okay.
Stop is 6.
Yes, stop will be 6. If I ask you what is the stop value, so currently we can say 7. But how many steps it will take? It will stop at 6,
Sixth position.
6 position, because it will not include this n minus 1. Okay, whatever number is given, it will stop just before that number. So print list R3. Okay, so it will print like this sequence. Okay, so one more thing. Let's make it little more tricky. Okay, so range to 10 to. Tell me. First tell me start, step, stop, and step. Start is
2.
2.
stop is
Not 2.
9.
9.
9.
okay. Step
Step
is
is
2.
2.
Step
What
is
will be
2.
the expected result?
2, 4, 6, 8.
2, 4.
4, 6, 8.
Okay, let's try to test it. Print. Okay, yes, that is correct. Okay, so
It means we allow if here we given the 3 step, it will calculate after the 3 step again.
hmm, you said should I we should give here step 3.
Yes.
Okay, if you are giving here step 3, so let's come here. Okay, so let's suppose we have some steps. Okay, this. Okay, this is the home location where we want to reach. Okay, so this is the person. This is the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we are saying step is what? 2. Step is 2. Okay, and let's suppose start is 0. Okay, so it will stand here. Okay, and what it will do, we don't know where it will go. So what we will do, we will try to add 0 means plus 2 in this current value is 0. So if you will add 0 plus 2, where it will go? 2,
Again 2.
right? So now the current value is what? 2, and in
4.
current value you will add again plus 2, because the step is what? 2. So 2 plus 2 is
4.
4. Okay, again add 2. Where you are going? Add 6.
6.
Again
2.
add 2 in current value. Where you are going? You are going out of the index. Means you are not going home, because sorry, home is here. Our home is here. This is something like ditch. Okay, so we are exceeding the home. So what it will do? It will it will print what are the what values it will print. It will print zeroth value. It will print 2. It will print 4 and 6. That value it will not print. Okay, it is going beyond the limit, beyond the stop value, right? If the step is 3, if step is 3, then what will happen? let's suppose step is, start is 0, stop is 8, step is 3, right? So how many steps? 0, 1, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, okay. So this is the indexing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, because we are starting with 0. Okay, so start value. What is a person starting value? 0.
0.
So where is our person? That person is standing here. Okay, so it will add step in the current value, right? So what is the current value? 0. So in the 0 it will add plus 3. So 0 plus 3, where it will go? It will move
3.
to here. Okay, again it will add plus 3. So 3 plus 3,
6.
6.
6.
Will it print any other value?
No,
No,
No.
sir.
because it is out of index. So how many total printed value is what? 0, 3,
1,
and
3,
6.
and 6.
Let's try to do it practically. So let's suppose start is what? Start is 0. Stop is what we have written. Stop is 8. Stop is 8. And step is
3.
3. Right? So what I will do, I will create range I will use range data type, and here I will mention start, because I'm writing the variable name, because this variable is storing the number. You can write directly number, or you can write variable name also, which is containing number. Next is what? Next is
Stop.
stop. Next is step.
Step.
Okay, and it will come in R5, right? Okay, and print this. So let's see how many steps it is printing. So it is printing 0, 1, 0, 3, 6. So here also 0, 3, 6 it is printing, right? If you will change the steps like this, start and stop is what? Stop is, what is the stop value? What's the stop value?
7.
No. What is the stop value?
6.
No. What is the stop value?
By default, 1.
See how many steps are there? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So how you will create these 7 steps? I'm not saying about printing these all steps. I'm talking about creating these many steps. These many steps, how you will create? What stop value you will give?
7.
No.
0 come.
Let's see here.
Okay.
If I am saying stop value is 7. Stop value is 7. Will I able to create the 7 steps? See, this is the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't create seventh one. Why? Because I've given the stop value is 7. So it will create how many steps? 6 steps only. So how I will create the 7 steps? Seventh step.
Stop value is wait 8.
So stop value is what? 8. Then
8.
only it will create the 7 steps, right?
Yes, sir.
So stop value is 8 and the step value is 2, right? So let's try to print it. So it is printing what? 0 to 4, 6. 0 to 4, 6 it is printing right now. Understanding, guys?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's great. So that's all for today, guys. In the next class, we will discuss more inbuilt methods. Okay, we will discuss about string inbuilt methods, right? So I'm just sharing this Google Colab book with you so that you guys can practice. Okay, so I'm writing the name inbuilt methods. Okay, so let me just share this. Okay, so this link you can take and you can execute by yourself. Notebook, collab, notebook, link for practice. Okay, so anyone has any doubt so far?
No, sir.
No doubt?
No, sir.
All right, that's great.
No.
So, are you guys enjoying the study?
Yes, sir.
Are you learning some new things or not?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
All right. So within a month, you will see lot of knowledge in your head, right? And that you will apply in your next upcoming job, right? Okay, guys, keep practice every day. All right. So thank you everyone for giving your valuable time. Bye, all of you. Good night.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Good
Good night.
night.
Thank you.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank